The first reason that you get no compliments with your fragrance, or simply just not as many compliments as you would like, is because your expectations are stupid. All those videos you've been watching for years of your favorite influencers saying these are the top 10 fragrances to get guaranteed compliments from attractive women. Wear this fragrance to get guaranteed compliments from strangers. That doesn't exist in real life. That rarely happens in the real world. You could be wearing the best fragrance ever made. You could be wearing the most mass appealing fragrance ever made, the perfect number of sprays. You could be dressed looking fly as hell, and there's still a very good chance if you go out, you will not get a single compliment from a random person. And that is completely okay. There is nothing wrong with that. People aren't used to giving compliments out to random strangers, especially when it's about kind of something as intimate as the way somebody else smells. Unless you're coming across really easygoing, maybe you've got a smile, maybe you're already making really good conversation with the person that thinks you smell good, you are not going to get a compliment from them. I would recommend if you see any fragrance content creator talking about, oh, this fragrance will get you a guaranteed compliment, or even in the title of their videos, they're saying, you know, these are the fragrances to get guaranteed compliments from women, from strangers, I would just unfollow and never watch them again, personally. I mean, that's what I do, because it's just setting unrealistic expectations, and it just sets you up for failure if that's the mindset you have every time you wear a fragrance. I love niche fragrances. Now more than ever, I'm getting to niche fragrances now more than I ever thought I would. But the reality is, if it is compliments that you're after, if you're even hoping of getting a compliment, if you wear a niche fragrance, especially a more challenging smelling niche fragrance, it's just hurting your chances. I'm sorry, because niche fragrances are so fun. I love wearing them. They're more complex. They're amazing. But if you want a compliment, basic, simple is always better for compliments. And if you don't believe me, well, just look at me for a case study on this. Clubs in a wee, intense man I've worn maybe 30 times in my entire life, and around 6 or 7 out of those 30 times I actually got a compliment from it. And this is the most complimented fragrance in my entire 300 plus bottle collection. And guess what? This thing costs $30 freaking dollars. Xerjoff Naxos, on the other hand, I have worn at least upwards of 100 times at this point. It has gotten me one compliment, and that compliment was from my freaking grandma. I love you, Granny, but I wish it was from a cute girl instead, but it's cool. Dior Sauvage Versace Eros. These were my signature scents up until I was around 19 years old. I wore Versace Eros for about 2 years and Dior Sauvage for 1 year. And when I tell you, these two combined probably got me more compliments than every other fragrance in my entire collection combined. Just that 3-year period of wearing these fragrances. I mean, you can hate on them as much as you want. I'm guilty of hating on them here and there because they do smell very basic, and the reality is they are very youthful smelling fragrances. But you can't deny, it's these type of scents that everyone knows works that get the most compliments. Like, we can hate all we want, but it's true. For me though, I found that the sweet spot is wearing fragrances that I personally really enjoy, but I also know are generally mass appealing and they perform really well on my skin. That is the key. Something like Parfums de l'Altair is a super sweet, delicious cinnamon vanilla fragrance. It's very hard not to like, but it's also very strong and long lasting. I found that the better performing a fragrance is, generally, the more compliments you'll get with it, in most cases. The next reason you are getting no compliments on your fragrance is because you are either under or overspraying the fragrance, depending on the occasion you are wearing it. For example, if I wear Stronger With You intensely and I'm going to a bar, I'm only going to use 4, maximum 5 sprays of this stuff, because we're going to be sitting in a very close indoor space. Fragrance is going to be sitting all around me in a bubble. However, if I'm going to an outdoor music festival, the fragrance, I'm going to be moving around outside. It's going to be floating around, to all the other people. There's the wind. There's a lot of other factors. You can use a whole lot more sprays if you're going to be primarily outside. I'll go 7, 8, 9, 10 sprays. It really doesn't matter. On top of that, it's very important knowing how well the fragrance performs on your skin. You can read a whole lot of reviews on Fragrantica, and a bunch of them may say, this is a beast mode fragrance, it has great performance. There's a real possibility that when you try it, it does not perform nearly as well on your skin, because skin chemistry is so different across different individuals. For example, Initio Side Effect is well known for being a very, very strong fragrance, even after the reformulation. But on my skin, it performs terribly. I'm talking 5 hours longevity with really, really soft projection. So I can get away with doing 8 sprays of this. But if I didn't, do that testing, if I didn't, know that this fragrance wasn't very strong on my skin, I could just be underspraying it and not even realize it. It is important to note though, you may just be going nose blind to a fragrance and you may think it's not strong on your skin, but actually everybody else can smell it and your nose has just gone completely haywire and crazy and blocked up. So be careful. Ask, people that you know around you, is my fragrance really strong right now? Or can you just not smell it? And then you can just adjust from there. Fragrances aren't saving bad looks. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the best looking guy ever or anything ridiculous like that. But the truth is, it wasn't until I really started putting my body first, my just general health first, and just maximizing my overall physical appearance that I started getting the most compliments whenever I wore fragrances. I recommend any young man watching this, or honestly any age, but especially young men between the ages of 16 and 24. If you've not been going to the gym, it will change your life like it changed mine. Just around 4 years ago, I weighed less than 60 kilos. I was pure skin and bones. I had really terrible self-esteem, and I just felt weak. Fast forward now, about 4 or 5 years later, I'm around 81 kilos lean, have a lot more muscle mass. I go to the gym around 3 to 4 times a week. But the truth is, guys, you only have to go 2 times a week to make crazy changes to your physical appearance. And it is awesome. It is awesome being more jacked. You'll look better, you'll have more confidence, and you'll feel better. And honestly, when you have all those 3 things going for you, the chance of you getting a compliment on your fragrance increases a lot. Other than going to the gym, getting the right hair products for your hair type. For example, I have more wavy curly hair, so I use a curl cream. Stuff like that, really kind of almost small things like that can make a big difference to whether you get a compliment on your fragrance. Because as sad as it may sound, the better you look, the more willing people are going to want to be like, you smell good. If you look like crap but smell really good, they're probably not going to say, hey, you smell good, because they're going to be thinking about all the other bad things that you look like. Another one would just be to get a high quality deodorant. I've been using Dove Clean Comfort for pretty much my whole life now, and it has never failed me. I use the spray one for whenever I go to the gym, and then I have the roll on for in the mornings. It lasts ages, stops any odor. It smells just fresh and clean. I feel like, you can't cover up a bad armpit smell, and I hope you guys already know that. But if you're wondering what a good deodorant is, Dove Clean Comfort, I'm not sponsored by them. They're just a really good quality company, and this is a good quality product. The final reason you don't get compliments on your fragrance is because you only wear fragrance going out. Wear fragrance every single day. Wear fragrance to do grocery shopping. Wear fragrance to the gym. You would be surprised how many compliments you'll get wearing a fragrance at a place most people would never put cologne on for. I always wear fragrance doing anything, right? But the actual places I get the most compliments are the most random times, the most random locations. For example, City Rhythm San Diego got me a compliment 2 days ago at the coffee shop, and I literally popped down there for about 10 minutes, and the person serving me with the coffee was like, I have to know what fragrance you're wearing. I told her the name, she took a photo of it and wrote it down because she wanted to buy it for herself. If you think I'm lying, that's fine, but I'm not. It's crazy. I wear fragrance going out too, and actually the times I get the most compliments are just doing the most random and weird shit. I don't know why. Just trust me, just wear it all the time and you'll get more compliments. Those are the 5 reasons you get no compliments on your fragrance. I hope I didn't offend you too much. I hope you get plenty more compliments on your fragrances in the future. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.